going up against Mistral and the Kazuya. Mr. Mishima, some cross game. Tekken not being played until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So this is going to be our first look at the Mishimas here at Frosty Faustings, and it is going to be one of Chicago's finest taking on, well, you know, the big bad man himself.
Yep, and this is definitely going to be an interesting one, too. Ravenking, obviously, we all knew him as, like, one of the premier Ikes for the longest time, and, you know, has made a big effort and done really, really well of switching everything over to Joker. Has some of, like, the craziest setups here, has put in so much work, labs all the time, and as you can see, like, just wash, rinse, repeat on Kazuya right now. But Mistral also fantastic player, very strong. Kazuya, very funny character as well. You know, he's kind of struggling here right now. That's just Ravenking. Like, he's another one of those players that's a litmus test of, like, do you want to make it the top 8? Then you're going to have to go through me.
Yeah, and you're going to have to understand, right, that Ravenking is the type of player to say, hey, I have these things I'm going to do to you. You better learn how to deal with them, because he is going to notice if there is something that you're not responding well to, and he is going to continue to bully you with it. Missed the electric after that jab, only got the regular Wind God Fist, so no conversion into what could have been a KO right there. Probably would have led into the up B, but nonetheless, just kicking right through that E-Heist and get this magic out of here.
Well, because he doesn't have magic, right? He just has, like, demon powers.
It's more complicated than that.
Yeah, I know, dude.
No.
It's just, no, it is at the same time. Tekken's complicated as a game, but either way, though, both these characters got some sauce up their sleeves. They got some demons or spirits within them or around them.
Now, I was talking about Ravenking being the type of player that says, hey, you best learn how to deal with this thing. I'm going to keep on doing it to you. Start understanding how I'm playing. Kazuya is that, but as a character.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what we've seen so far. Again, no electric right there, but I like that chase with the forward air, yeah.
Yeah, and he also has that rage drive on, too, so we're going to be getting a lot of damage or a stock securing very, very soon. Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah, no platform to reset right there. Just kind of autopiloted the sequence right there, but nonetheless, still in a great position. And there it is. Rage drive into the KO. 2 stocks for Mistral. Despite the way that stock started, there was a lot of time spent off stage, but Kazuya Mishima wins indeed.
Kazuya Mishima. But no, I mean, that's just kind of what happens in a Kazuya set in general. But, like, knowing Ravenking, you know, being a friend of his for a long time now, I know that he's got ideas. He already knows mistakes that he's made within the game plan, and he's going to be making these adaptations coming up very, very quickly. As we get into Battlefield here.
Uh-oh.
Great, dude. I love this song
this
so
is
much.
A very
it's
good
so
song.
good.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's so sick. I love it so much. But taking some time to think here. Okay, I was going to say,
Joker. Okay.
I figure we're going to go Joker, but, like, there's a part of me that's also like, you know what, having Ike in the back pocket, he still has his Ike. I'm not sure if there's other characters he's been messing around with, but I know he still has his Ike. And it's because of that big hitbox and how hard he can hit sometimes. Sometimes that's what you need to deal with a character like Kazuya. Hey, I'm going to wall you out hardcore.
You get a bigger disjoint, which is always nice against Kazuya. The scary part about playing Ike, I think, and something that Ravenking is going to probably have really deep thoughts about if he wants a character switch, is that Ike almost fully operates on landing on your opponent. And jumping in against Kazuya, even jumping away from Kazuya, being airborne against him is really, really terrifying. Just like in Tekken, you don't want to jump in Tekken. You don't want to jump against Kazuya. He is going to blow you up if he actually gets something off of those anti-airs. And meanwhile, with Joker, you can play a much more grounded game. And so far, that is exactly what Ravenking has done.
Yeah, we got basically a similar start to last game, but hopefully we don't have a similar finish if Ravenking, you know, has anything to say about it. But this is going to be a big pickup as I got our first stock out of here, 76% and full Arset.
Yeah, all of it to work with, and that means a heaping helping of damage
that was
is
so
going to come through. Yes, nice dash back.
Just setting up the side B to kind of like, hey, if you roll backwards, you're taking this damage, you have to roll in. Here's a forward tilt, by the way. Gates of Hell to put a Ravenking off stage as Arsene disappears, and we get that stock out of there in Mistral's favor.
And all of that started from Mistral calling out Ravenking for something that he has done on pretty much every single edge guard, virtually to the point of autopilot, which is around the time that Kazuya grabs the ledge, he jumps in the air and throws out that nair. Is in the auto cancel window, is very safe, but with Kazuya coming right off the ledge, I think that Mistral was understanding, right, that I know when that Nair is going to come out. If he just surprises Ravenking by getting on stage a little bit early, he can get a punish. That's exactly where he got that Hell's Gate to set up that whole sequence, but wasn't able to establish the lead off of it. Ravenking does get the next stock and does now have the Kazuya back off stage exactly where he wants him and burned all the resources just near the ledge enough that there was no coming back. So Ravenking fires back. We are not seeing a 3-0 in this set.
And I do like that, you know, Ravenking obviously stuck with Joker, which is what I really expected. I wouldn't expect to see the Ike. If he went down 2-0 here, maybe. But I like that he stuck with the Joker here after game 1, and we saw the changes immediately, right? A lot of that bob and weave, you know, being aggressive, not overextending. We saw a couple times it was overextended, and I don't think Mistral was ready to really capitalize on it, which, you know, is definitely huge for a Kazuya. You know, if your opponent makes a mistake, you've got to go for those crazy punishes. So honestly, great stuff from Ravenking so far to even this up one apiece. And we finally have a real set in our hands, Kimona.
Yes, we do. We're going to Hollow Bastion here for game number 3, a stage that a ton of Kazuya players like. And one of them, I think, is that Kazuya, I was talking about how you don't want to jump against him because he's so good at anti-airing.
Yeah.
Kazuya also does not like trying to land. Did miss that reset right there. Good DI to be right on the corner of that platform from Ravenking.
I mean, it's also, you know, Joker's really tiny frame and then just staying prone. Not pressing a button to get up immediately, just waiting to see what was going to happen. So that was just great recognition from Ravenking as well.
Small hurt box differential for sure, yeah. And I think also great stage awareness, which is what I was bringing up is that, I mean, that had nothing to do with the stage. You can get stage spiked anywhere. It was just a misplay right there on the recovery. But it is at the ledge that I think that it's important to note, Hollow Bastion, that we saw on Battlefield lots of trouble from Mistral trying to, you know, sort of maneuver around the stage with that platform above him. If you land on there, tough spot to be in, right? Having that ledge cleared up, normally tougher to escape ledge traps with there, but Kazuya kind of doesn't mind it, and he has a better time covering things. Does get that down air right there to even things up on the stocks.
Yep, that is like the one big weakness of Arsene is a worse recovery, no hitbox at all, and you're just, you know, you could just be fully punished, and that's exactly what Mistral knows, and took advantage of that with that down there. Just covered so much room and got that stock out of the way. Oh, just barely off the mark.
I like the setup that he had right there, right? Noting the percents, Mistral was like, all right, couple of jabs, get that electric. Maybe it could have been the right setup, but I do think that Ravenking was DIing up that whole time, so no opportunity for that follow-up. It's dead even right now.
Yep. There we go. Ravenking doing a really good job. And that's the one thing I like about Ravenking as well, is I don't feel like other Jokers utilize gun as well as he does.
Yeah, definitely a big proponent of shooting that neutral beat. You know, Kazuya's not a man who is...
That was right there. That's actually what happened.
Oh,
he
yeah.
actually hit him with the gun underneath the stage and actually completely disrupted his recovery, his edge guard, everything. That was so beautiful by Ravenking.
That is what perfectly on-time analysis from you to talk about the gun. Immediately comes in, closes out that edge guard. I love it from Ravenking right there. And playing with the lead at 152, it can go at any moment. But you see the spacing, right? Dash attack, you want to hit me with that? Fine. Won't KO me yet. A lot of other stuff can, and Ravenking is making sure to be far away. Never mind, I guess under. That move does like 4%, but sure.
It does 4%, but sometimes it just kills people.
It just goes.
Which is also just Kazuya. Hey, you know what? It might do 4%, but sometimes it just kills
Sometimes it just kills.
All right, well, last stock scenario here. The winner of this taking Game 3 and potential Game 5 stage advantage here.
Yes, being able to keep that momentum in the set after winning that Game 1 is so important. Looks like it might be slipping away from Mistral. Then again, he can never call it over when it's Kazuya. We're talking about one opening can be all he needs. But Ravenking is just playing so solid to not let that happen. I was afraid that was going to be another gun moment.
Uh-oh. He has Rage Drive. He has Rage. like this is a very scary moment here. You can tell Ravenking is being very careful, and Rage Drive is gone. He can be a little more aggressive here.
Don't have to worry about the armor. Didn't actually punish him on that roll. No big stun from the side B either with Arsene. Got to be careful. Honestly, I love that back throw just because it's going to take up a ton of time and actually get rid of the Arsene.
I didn't know who got the hit there. I was just like, what's happening?
I didn't either. He hit him with his armpit with that back air.
He hit him with the toe hitbox.
Yeah,
what is this? What do you mean this is a hitbox?
Down throw, not enough. Hollow Bastion's got a big ceiling.
But
that's
also
a lot
Kazuya,
of knockback.
Kazuya is like a very heavy boy. So,
You can see that at 2-1-2. That is a big percentage to be seeing. Oh my goodness, Hell's Gate, is that enough?
No, it shouldn't
yes,
be.
that's a, yeah, all right, yeah, oh.
That is, though, for sure.
That's the way to finish it off. I thought he didn't even need to go out there, but
you never know
that move.
Yeah, you never know with tether recoveries in general. Like, he was better off going out there to make sure it was done because there's always that random chance of like, hey, you know what, the tether is going to reach 500 miles, and I'm just going to get back to stage. So either you come out here and you ensure that I'm dead and possibly risk your own stock, or I get back to stage for free. And I do like that Mistral said, you know what, I have to get this done. I cannot even allow this possibility to exist in this set. Secures game 3, secures the set lead, and as mentioned before, if we get to game 5, has that stage advantage.
It's going to be so big because we've seen what Ravenking can do with that stage advantage. Looked excellent in that game 2 on Battlefield. See if small Battlefield can yield similar results as well. But does have to go up against Mistral with that 2-1 lead, using some of that Rebels Guard to get to the Arsene early, which has been a very big factor in these games.
All right, gonna land with that down air. All right. Ooh, I like that. You have to keep jumping, see if you can get him to bait into some, committing to some move, and then get the punish as needed. But this is where Ravenking can also start to flounder a little bit, is like when the odds start stacking against Ravenking. Unfortunately, I feel like the mental can start to deteriorate a little bit slowly but surely. Now, Ravenking has gotten a lot better about that over the years. But we're gonna have to see if they can really bunker down right now.
Oh, but there we go, that back air coming right off the ledge. Ravenking a little bit too willing to throw out these aerials just to try to get that ledge trap started, and will pay the price right there for missing that combo. The drag down up air did not connect into the smash attack, and starting to, it looks like he may pay the ultimate price for it now. 53% already, does have the Arsene, but does that mean that he's going to be able to take the stock?
I mean, he's definitely going to be working hard for it, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. Get that stock out of the way. 53%. Really not the worst case scenario here, but I do like what Mistral's doing. Hey, I'm going to wait on this Angel platform. I'm going to try and burn out as much Arsene as I can. But Ravenking saying, listen, I do not care. I'm still going to take this lead, and tried to find a way to get the stock, but unfortunately, we had Mistral going way too high.
Didn't respect the landing aerial there for sure. Could have been an opportunity to fire right back if that move had been blocked, but Ravenking does finally get back into the lead. Looked like Mistral was going to start really taking command of the pace of the game, but again, we're talking about one of the best in Chicago, for a very, very long time, and there's a reason for that. Ravenking is showing it.
And as you can see right now, okay, I like that. Just throw out the Rebels Guard there, just on the off chance that, the laser does hit you, you build up that Arsene meter once again. And ooh, tried to go for the ledge trump, not going to be able to find a way to get it though, and the up smash will certainly be the equalizer in this game 4. 16% is all that separates these two players.
And that means that, honestly, you got to say it's Kazuya favored because that damage can rack up so quickly. But here comes the Rebels Guard. Yes, you dropped your combo. You did not get your reset. All right, here comes the big counter, but here comes the big damage.
Okay, they're going to be able to survive that one time. Ooh, that was a little bit terrifying here. Ravenking does not have another chance to be dropping these combos. He needs to be very on top of his game. 122, that rage is slowly building up on Kazuya in the process as well. You cannot make any mistakes.
You can't make a single one. Barely able to live after that jab combination. Even that is strong when we're talking about Kazuya Mishima. 157%. You have to mind the command grabs now as well, or the turnaround back air, and Mistral pulling off the W against Ravenking. An upset victory. 3-1 to move on. Winner's side of this top 48.
Yes, no, very well played by both players there. Honestly, that's exactly what I want to see. I don't care how many games we get in a set. I don't care if it goes to game 5, game 4, game 3. As long as I get close competition, that's all I care about. And in top 48, that's what we should be seeing. And the Midwest definitely provides. What a great set from both players.
Really, really well played. And Ravenking obviously going to be a demon in that lower bracket as well. Not done in Smash, and even if he does end up being done in Smash, would not be done for the day either, because I know that Ravenking is going